Well, hey there, everybody. Wish you all a happy New Year, a happy start to 2025. Hopefully, it's starting out decent. And for the first video for 2025 for this channel, I wanted to talk about something that's I I don't know what happened, but uh, I guess let me show you. I don't know what has happened with the New York Rangers. I wanted to talk about the Rangers here for a minute, as they this was a team they played in the Eastern Conference Final just last year. They lost to the Florida Panthers 4-2 in that Eastern Conference Final. It was a good series. It was a really good series. And I thought, the Rangers, they're a contender because even a couple years prior to that, they played in the Eastern Conference Final, and they had, they've had good seasons. I mean, they won the President's Trophy last year. That's the other thing that makes this so shocking is the fact that they won the President's Trophy just last year. I wanted to look. They started the season at 12-4-1. They had 25 points. Now, granted, it was, I think fourth. It was fourth. They were fourth in the division at the time, but they were only 3 points out of first place. So, I mean, they were right there. But now they're currently 16, 19, and 1. So during that span, 19 games, they have only won 4 of their last 19 games. And they've had multiple multi-game losing streaks. 4 multi-game losing streaks. 4. And it's just it's crazy. And it all started right here. It all started right before Thanksgiving, when from November 23rd to November 29th, they lost 5 in a row. 5 straight they lost. It's like, and that was shocking. Absolutely shocking. Because I didn't expect that. I don't think a lot of people expected that. Then they won, then they won a game. Then they had a win, then they had a loss. It kind of alternated back and forth. And then they lost 2 straight here from it was a back-to-back. It was a back-to-back game. December 8th and 9th they lost those 2 in a row. I thought about not really including that. I thought about maybe just looking at the more than 2 game losing streaks, but I thought, well, for context, I'll throw it in there. So they lost 2 in a row there. Then they went and they broke that up with a win. And then they proceed to then lose 3 in a row again. From December 14th to the 17th, they lost 3 in a row. Then they get a win. They break that up. And here they are currently from December 22nd to now. Now, they don't play their next game until Thursday. They play Boston on Thursday. Does this go to 5 straight? I don't know what has happened with the team. They are currently last, 8th place in the Metro. 8th. Last in the Metro. That shocked me. When I went and I looked at the standings and I saw the Rangers sitting there in last place in the Metropolitan Division, I thought, what in the hell is going on? I did not see that coming. I did not see this coming at all. There is there's apparently friction between the players and Chris Drury, the general manager. Drury has already went and traded out Kaapo Kakko, traded him to Seattle, which actually he's done relatively well in Seattle. He needed a change. I guess he needed a change of pace. He needed a new location. And he seems to be doing okay in that new location. But it makes one wonder how many other players are in need of a new location. Chris Kreider has been a healthy scratch. Kreider's spent his whole career in New York. I couldn't imagine Kreider being traded, but there's been talk that Kreider might be on the trade block. There's also talk that Zibanejad might be on the trade block. Although Zibanejad, he's got a pretty expensive contract, so I don't know who would take Zibanejad, but it just the friction that's there, and obviously, there's talk of, well, maybe it's the coach, maybe it's Peter Laviolette, maybe he gets fired. I don't know. I don't know what you do. I mean, do you change the coach and hopefully get that new coach bump that seems to happen? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. And they just hired Laviolette last year. He can't, this is his second season with the team. That's what gets me is, what, okay, you're going to fire the coach. He's only in his second year. But then again, we saw that, we literally just saw that happen in Boston with Jim Montgomery. So I don't know. I don't know what they do. I don't know how do you turn this around? I mean, you've literally lost 15 of your last 19 games. You went from being 3 points out of first to last in your division. And you've traded out, you went and you traded out Kaapo Kakko. The rumors out there about Kreider and Zibanejad being on the trade blocks, it's weird. And somebody even mentioned Adam Fox. And I thought, that's insane. There's no way in hell do they trade Adam Fox. Keandre Miller? Maybe. Because that's another guy that has been rumored to be on the trade block is Keandre Miller. And I don't think he's a bad defenseman. I don't think he's a bad defenseman at all. I don't know. I mean, they've got to switch something up, but as of right now, they're obviously last in their division. They're out of the playoff chase. Can they turn this around? Can they legitimately turn this around and get back into competing for a playoff spot? I don't know. Love to know though what you guys think. What do you lovely people out there think? Can the Rangers turn this around? And how do they turn it around? What would be your suggestion? Do you make more trades? Do you fire the coach? What do you think Chris Drury should do? I said, fire the coach, trade one or two more players. What do you do? I'd love to know your guys' suggestions on that, because I don't know how they turn this around. I don't know how they do it, but it's insane that a team that literally won the President's Trophy, had the number one record in the entire league last year, has now lost 15 of their last 19, went from being only 3 points out of first place, started the season 12-4-1. and now they are in last place in the Metro, and I don't know. I don't know what they do. I would love to know what you guys think. What is, what's got to happen? Coach got to go. Players, other players got to go. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments section. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. It would be greatly appreciated and would be very, very awesome. I would love you very much for that. Also, if you want to share this video, go ahead and do that. You can share with whoever, and let people know about the channel. And yeah, New York Rangers have gotten themselves in one hell of a pickle. Be interesting to see what they do to get out of it. Let me know your guys' suggestions. I will see you guys later.